happy Pride. This year, I want to talk to you about a film that came out on Amazon Prime called Cassandro. This film follows the ins and outs of the Mexican wrestling world. We get to see the drama, we get to see the excitement, we get to see the sadness, the truth behind the mask, if you will. Our story centers around wrestling hopeful Saul, who is hoping not just for acceptance from his fellow wrestlers, but to also make it as a star. Much like the real world, the wrestling world has its own set of prejudices, many of which won't let a specific kind of wrestlers advance in it. More specifically, those wrestlers are called exóticos, or exotic wrestlers, and they usually tend to play either villains or some sort of flamboyant character that always ends up losing to whoever is set to be the hero in that match. The true beauty in this film comes not from Saul's transformation and acceptance of Cassandro, but seeing all the complexities that he has to go through to finally reach that level of acceptance. Although Mexico has made great progressive strides, even electing their first female president this year, it's still steeped with a lot of misogyny and homophobia. On his way to fully embracing Cassandro, Saul must first deal with his own issues, many of them coming from being abandoned as a child by his father, along with some of the lingering prejudices that his father taught him as a child, reinforced by not only the wrestlers, but his society as a whole. Only once he starts moving away from what society and his father think a wrestler should be, does he come into his own, embracing his full exoticalness, and finally becoming the Liberace of Lucha Libre, Cassandro. We get great performances not only from Gael Garcia Bernal, but also Perla de la Rosa and Roberta Calindres, along with surprising features from Bad Bunny and Hijo del Santo, who is a real-life wrestler in the Lucha Libre circuit. The real courage in Cassandro is to not shy away from the dirty parts, the dark parts, the parts of ourselves that maybe we don't want to acknowledge, we don't want to have to face, because once we do, we know we will not be the same person that comes out on the other end. But what this film really reminds us of is that nothing's set in stone. Nobody has written our story for us. We don't have to live by anybody's standards, by anybody's morals, or how anybody thinks we should live. Our main character, Saul, before transforming into Cassandro, starts his career off as El Topo, which translates to the mole, a blind animal who lives in the darkness, fearing seeing the sunlight for fear of predators. Many of us queer Mexicans may start off life as El Topo, the mole, stumbling around, trying to figure everything out. But once we start removing the dirt that society and other people have placed in front of our eyes, can we truly emerge as the peacock we are, or in this case, embracing our inner Cassandro? Because at the end of the day, we all want freedom. We all want to thrive as who we are. So, this Pride, embrace your truth and emerge as the exotico you are. Cassandro, 4.5 out of 5 stars. Happy Pride, everyone.